guys are absolutely swimming out of your minds. It's fantastic. We got 6 new meet records in preliminaries this morning. Tonight we're going to have competition in the 200 butterfly, 50 free, 200 breaststroke, 100 backstroke, and 400 freestyle. Coaches, we got to let you know, and swimmers, that we have a reseed in event 12, the men's 200 butterfly, for this evening. So they'll want to be referencing the blue seated heat sheets, which are now available at the lower admin table. Again, the men's 200 butterfly, just a reseeded event. It only impacts the consolation final heat, not the bonus heat, not the championship final. So please be referencing the blue reseeded heat sheet available for pickup at the lower admin table. Ladies and gentlemen, we couldn't do these meets without our volunteers, and at this time, I'd like you to direct your attention to the video scoreboard for a little video tribute we've put together for our volunteers. In theory, I think there's audio for this. Who likes the peanut butter pretzels? Swimmers? All right. All right, how about a big round of applause for our volunteers? Just a little over a year from now, and a few blocks from here at Lucas Oil Stadium, it's going to be amazing. And a number of you have already qualified to be there. We hope to have many more. Let's give our swimmers a big round of applause. How about an audience? Very cool. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd ask that you all please rise as you're able. Direct your attention to the 10-meter tower for this evening's national anthem, performed by Steve Levy.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Steve Levy, ladies and gentlemen, one of your USA Swim officials. All right, just about ready to get started here this evening. Going to kick it off with the bonus final heat of the women's 200 butterfly. Lane 1 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Mia Wilson. 2 for Edina Swim Club, Sigrid Nimo. 3 for Lakeside Swim Team, Sydney Brager. 4 for Aquajet Swim Team, Carly Bixby. 5 swimming unattached, Indiana Swim Club, Ashley Friel. Lane 6 for Elmbrook Swim Club, Carolyn Wainsek. 7 for Rochester Swim Club, Samantha Yulgen. And an 8 for Lakeside Swim Team, Katie Calder. Like to welcome swim fans listening in from all over the country and around the world on the webcast of this meet. Good to have you here with us this evening. At the 100-meter mark, Carly Bixby, Aquajet out front, 106.76, ahead of Ashley Friel, swimming unattached to Indiana Swim Club. Friel turning in a 106.94. Swimmers and coaches, once again, want to remind you, event 12, the men's 200 butterfly, the consolation final heat. Consolation final heat only has been reseeded. You want to be referencing the blue reseeded heat sheets for the men's 200 butterfly consolation final heat. Carly Bixby, Aquajets. She's going to have a nice drop from her swim this morning. Tonight, 221.22. Consolation final, women's 200 fly. Lane 1 from Aquajet's swim team, Annabelle Wenzel. 2 for Carmel Swim Club, Parker Kurzawa. 3 for Utica Shelby, Molly Warner. 4 for Indiana Swim Club, Avery Spade. 5 for Kentucky Aquatics, Anna Rice. Lane 6 for Indiana Swim Club, Lillian Hahn. 7 for Oli Swimming, Catherine Tang. And a lane 8 for Rochester Swim Club, Melon Gao. Meet record of the women's 200 butterfly, 209.78 by Alexandra Shackle, Carmel Swim Club. She's coming up as the top seed in the championship final heat. Olympic trial cut in women's 200 fly, 213.69. And Rice, Kentucky Aquatics, turning at the 100, lane 5, 106.10. Ahead of Lillian Hahn, Indiana Swim Club, at a 106.52. .50 to go here in the consolation final heat of women's 200 fly, with Anna Rice out front, turning at a 142.41, ahead of Catherine Tang of Ole Swimming in lane 7. And Anna Rice of Kentucky Aquatics on the wall in a time at 218.22. Coming out onto the deck now, our first championship final heat of the evening, that of the women's 200 butterfly. And the lineup for this race, beginning in lane 1 for Ohio State University, Lucy Malis. 2, also from Ohio State University, Kira Sommerstad. Lane 3 for Indiana Swim Club, Catherine Forrester. Lane 4 from Carmel Swim Club, Alexandra Shackle. Lane 5 from Ohio State University, Alyssa Graves. Lane 6 for Ohio State, Jessica Eden. Lane 7 for Elmbrook Swim Club, Campbell Stoll. And in lane 8 for the University of Louisville, Madison Hall. Championship final now in women's 200 butterfly. Swimmer in lane 4, Alexandra Shackle, Carmel Swim Club, established a new meet record with her swim this morning, 209.78. Alexandra, the winner of the 100 butterfly event at this meet. Shackle turning in a 29.01, quicker than this morning. She was out at 29.18. Shackle on a record performance this morning at the 100 was a 101.73. Turns this evening 101.54, ahead of record pace. Catherine Forrester, Indiana Swim Club, second in lane 3, 103.16, with Alyssa Graves, Ohio State University, third in lane 5. Shackle at the 150 this morning was a 135.48. Alexandra Shackle, 134.83. Let's make some noise. She can hear you. Get your hands up in the air. Get her home and see if she can break a record for this morning. Half a length to go for Alexandra Shackle, Karma Swim Club. (2:09.78), her record time from this morning. And this evening, she does a 2:08.68. A new meet record, breaking her record from this morning. And Olympic trial times in the championship final of the women's 200 butterfly this evening. Bonus final now in men's 200 butterfly. Lane 1 for Munster Swim Club, Isaac Martin. 2 for Utica Shelby Swim Club, Zane Dahl. 3 for Indiana Swim Club, Alejandro Kincaid. Lane 4 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Owen Lindsay. Lane 5 for Elmbrook Swim Club, Lance Johnson. 6 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Luis Sanchez. 7 for Carmel Swim Club, William Pugh. And in lane 8 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Luke Parsons. Owen Lindsay out front. Fast from fast, right? 27.95 at the 50. Lance Johnson, Elmbrook Swim Club, lane 5 now leading the way. Johnson turns at the 100, 59.54 ahead of Owen Lindsay. In lane 4 to 59.76. Looking strong there in lane 3. Alejandro Kincaid from Indiana Swim Club. He was a 59.88 at the 100. .150 mark with Owen Lindsay. Back into the lead. He turns to the 132.38 ahead of Alejandro Kincaid in lane 3. Owen Lindsay, Fast Tigers in lane 4. Body length lead now coming in on the bonus final heat of the men's 200 butterfly. And Owen with a time of 2:06.14. Consolation final in men's 200 butterfly. Lane 1 for Ohio State University, Caleb Ellis. 2 for Club Wolverine, Yugo Sukakawa. 3 for Carmel Swim Club, Greg Enoch. 4 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Luke Whitlock. 5 for the University of Louisville, Thomas Breed. 6 for Indiana Swim Club, Andrew Reeder. 7 for Carmel Swim Club, Gus Rothrock. And in lane 8 for Kentucky Aquatics, Logan Ingrid. Greg Enoch from Carmel, lane 3 at the 50, 27.51 ahead of Caleb Ellis, OSU in lane 1. Enoch leading at the 100 out of lane 3, 58.62. Thomas Breed, University of Louisville, lane 5, now in second position at a 59.09. Third at the 100, Andrew Reeder, Indiana Swim Club, lane 6, the 59.18. Enoch still out front at the 150, 130.81. Ahead of Reeder in lane 6 at a 131.05. And third, Thomas Breed. Here comes the rest of the field on Enoch. Charging in lane 5, Thomas Breed, University of Louisville. And it's going to be Thomas Breed, University of Louisville. His time, 2:02.42. In heat 2, lane 1, disqualification, stroke violation. Now bringing out the championship final heat of the men's 200 butterfly. Here's how to line up in this race. Lane 1 from Club Wolverine, Tyler Ray. Lane 2 for Ohio State University, Alex Metzler. Lane 3 from Dynamo Swim Club, Connor Lemestra. Lane 4 for Carmel, Aaron Shackle. Lane 5 for Club Wolverine, Connor Hunt. Lane 6 for Kentucky Aquatics, Jackson Musler. In 7 for the University of Louisville, Gustavo Saldo. And in lane 8 for Ohio State University, Servas Fick, the championship final heat of men's 200 butterfly. New meet record in this event, swum by Nicholas Albera of Cardinal Aquatic this morning. And his time, 1:57.22, the meet record. Nicholas not in this evening's final. Instead, your top seed underway, Aaron Shackle from Carmel Swim Club. Aaron already with his Olympic trial cut in this event, a 2:00.49. Aaron, a fourth place finisher in the 200 freestyle here at the Indy Spring Cup. At the 100, Gustavo Saldo, University of Louisville, turns in a 56.14 ahead of Aaron Shackle at Carmel, lane 4, 56.53. Aaron Shackle now into the lead, 1:27.48. Quicker than his time of this morning. He was a 28.18. Again, Shackle already got his Olympic trial cut this morning, 2:00.49. Let's see if we can get Connor Lemestra, Dynamo Swim Club in lane 3 home. Lemastro placed second in the 400 IM the other day. And Aaron Shackle in a time of 1:58.47. Direct your attention now to the scoreboard balcony end of the pool as we head into 50 freestyle. Meet record in the women's 50 freestyle coming up, 25:23, swum by Gabriella Obero this morning in her preliminary swim. Gabriella not back with us this evening. And the Olympic trial cut in the women's 50 free at 25.69. Here we go, bonus final. Colvin in 1, Chrisman in 2, Wainsick in 3, Kern in 4, Kendall in 5, Leong in 6, Cardinal in 7, and McCarthy in lane 8. Bonus final, the women's 50 free. Emma Kern, Aquajex in lane 4, with the edge coming down here. Over in lane 3, Margaret Wainsick, Elmbrook Swim Club. They reach for the wall and touching first. Brady Kendall, Club Wolverine, out of lane 5 in a time of 26:46. Consolation final now in women's 50 freestyle. Piersman in 1, Yolette in 2, Connolly in 3, Newman in 4, Missler in 5, Regnauer in 6, Barrett in 7, and Thomas in lane 8. Again, the Olympic trial cut time in this event, 25.69. Josie Connolly, only swimming in lane 3. In 4, Claire Newman, Club Wolverine. Who touches first? It is Claire Newman from Club Wolverine in a time of 26:05. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we bring out the championship final heat in women's 50 freestyle. Swimming lineup in the championship final of women's 50 freestyle. Lane 1 for Ohio State University, Catherine Zenick. 2 for Indiana Swim Club, Christina Pagel. 3 for Indiana Swim Club, Ashley Turek. Lane 4 for Ohio State University, Teresa Ivan. Lane 5 for Ohio State University, Amy Fulmer. Lane 6 for University of Louisville, Julia Dennis. Lane 7 for Cardinal Aquatics, Isoma. And in lane 8 for Waukesha Express Swim Team, Olivia Weiner, the championship final in women's 50 freestyle. Again, the new meet record swum this morning, 25.23. Trial cut, 25.69. Amy Fulmer, your top seed. She's going to be back also as the top seed in the 100 backstroke later tonight. Teresa Ivan, Ohio State University in 4. Boy, it's going to be a close one. Amy Fulmer in 5. And touching first, Amy Fulmer, Ohio State University. We got some Olympic trial qualifiers here in the women's 50 freestyle. Very cool. Fulmer with a time at 25.32. Nice job, ladies. Bonus final in men's 50 free. Halderman in 1, Aaron Borg in 2, Teesing in 3, Lorenz in 4, Henson in 5, Seymour in 6, Ray in 7, and Anselm in lane 8. Samuel Lorenz, Schrader YMCA in lane 4. Over in lane 3, Alexander Teesing of Lakeside. Hitting the wall first is Teesing in lane 3, 23.99. Consolation final in men's 50 free. Dilger in 1, Assen in 2, Lowe in 3, Eastman in 4, Brooks in 5, Samuels in 6, Fentress in 7, and Brooks in lane 8. Consolation final, into the wall they come. And touching first, Dalton Lowe, University of Louisville, 23.37. Now onto the deck comes the championship final heat of men's 50 freestyle. In lane 1 for Club Wolverine, Ben Sabatos. 2 for Ohio State University, James Ward. 3 for Ohio State University, Mario McDonald. In lane 4, representing Irish Aquatics, Christopher Giuliano. Lane 5 for Indiana Swim Club, Blake Peroni. 6 for Ohio State, Daniel Baltus. 7 for University of Louisville, Caleb Duncan. And in lane 8 for Indiana Swim Club, Gavin White. The championship final now in the men's 50 freestyle. Giuliano in lane 4 set a new meet record with his swim this morning, 22:59. You got Blake Peroni in here. He announced his retirement, came back into the water just about a month ago, and this is his first competition since October 2021. Christopher Giuliano, Irish Aquatics, out front, and he hits the wall in a time of 22.44, breaking his record of this morning. A new meet record in the men's 50 free by Christopher Giuliano of Irish Aquatics, and some Olympic trial qualifiers out of this heat. Here's the bonus final in women's 200 breaststroke. Lane 1 for Lakeside Swim Team, Kate Brager. 2 for Sioux Falls, Kenzie Heinrich. 3 for Utica Shelby, Sydney Brandt. 4 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Avery Stein. 5 for Carmel Swim Club, Lucy Enoch. 6 for Lakeside, Sydney Green. 7 for Elmbrook, Ava Goodnow. And in lane 8 for Noblesville, Maya McDonald. Avery Stein, Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, turns at the 100 in lane 4, 1:15.81. Hayda Avid Goodnow, lane 7 of Elmbrook Swim Club, 1:16.83. Avery Stein turned at the 150 this morning at a 1:58.74. 1:57.71. Avery Stein faster than this morning. Avery Stein put together a swim this morning, 2:41.57. Here she comes in. She's going to win a bonus final heat of women's 200 breaststroke. Avery Stein in a time of 2:40.85. Consolation final in women's 200 breaststroke. Lane 1 for Elmbrook, Lucy Thomas, and 2 also for Elmbrook, Reese Tiltman. In lane 3 for Club Wolverine, Claire Donan. 4 for Kentucky Aquatics, Bridget Engel. 5 for Ohio State University, Reese Taheen. 6 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Kate Mauser. 7 for Carmel Swim Club, Marizel Van Jarsveld. And in lane 8 for Elmbrook Swim Club, Kemble Stoll. Bridget Engel, Kentucky Aquatics, turning at the 100, 1:13.18 ahead of Reese Taheen. Ohio State University, 113.86. Bridget Engel, Kentucky Aquatics, lane 4, holding her lead. Trying to close the gap in lane 5. Reese Deheen, Ohio State University. Not enough real estate to get that done as Bridget Engel, Kentucky Aquatics, underneath the backstroke flags and touching in a time at 2:32.03. Wow, and that's a really solid drop from Bridget's time this morning. Now coming out onto the deck, the championship final heat of the women's 200 breaststroke. Championship final lineup beginning in lane 1 from Kentucky Aquatics, Denise Phelan. 2 from Ohio State University, Josephine Panitz. Lane 3 from Carmel Swim Club, Molly Sweeney. Lane 4 for Indiana Swim Club, Annie Laser. Lane 5 for Fox Valley, Leah Hayes. Lane 6 for Cardinal Aquatics, Kim Herkel. 7 for Kentucky Aquatics, Jillian Davey. And in lane 8 for Ohio State University, Mia Rankin, the championship final in the women's 200 breaststroke. Andy Laser, Indiana Swim Club, your top seed in this championship final heat this evening. She is the current record holder. She set that record with her preliminary swim at last year's Indy Spring Cup. And he placed first in the 100 breaststroke the other night. She was a bronze medalist representing Team USA at the Tokyo Olympics. Laser turns 33.30, quicker than this morning where she was on a 34.59. That 50 split also quicker than her record time from last year. Annie Laser this morning turned at the 100, 112.68 on a record swim last year, 110.60. Let's see where she's at here. 110.46, quicker than her record split from last year. Annie Laser. We got Leah Hayes in lane 5. She turned at the 100, 110.95. You got Molly Sweeney in lane 3. She placed third in the 100 breaststroke, 6th in the 400 IM here at the Indy Spring Cup. Annie Laser's record swim from last year, 147.40, just off of that right at the moment. Let's make some noise and get Andy Laser home here. Half a length to go for Andy Laser. She's going to have a time quicker than preliminaries this morning. Let's see where she finishes off as she comes down here underneath the backstroke flags and into the finish. Leah Hayes in close pursuit, and Annie Laser, 226.10. We got some times. I didn't hear the bell. We had some times quicker than the Olympic trial cut. 215.99. I'm sorry, 231.69. So congratulations to those ladies that got their trial cut times in this last heat. Bonus final in men's 200 breaststroke. Lane 1 for Carmel Swim Club, Brandon Malicki. 2 for Ohio State University, Rylan McDaniel. 3 for Lakeside Swim Team, Owen Durham. 4 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Daniel Bennett. 5 for Utica Shelby Swim Club, Carson Ricker. 6 for Sioux Falls Swim Team, Brock Russell. 7 for Southeastern Swim Club, Jehun Zhang. And in lane 8 for Elmbrook Swim Club, Anakin Fisher. Daniel Bennett, Fishers Area Swimming Tigers out front. Lane 4, he turns at the 100 to 109.01 ahead of Jehun Zhang, Southeastern Swim Club in lane 7 at a 109.93. Daniel Bennett turning at the 150, 146.69 ahead of Jehun Zhang at a 147.13. Third, Carson Ricker in lane 5 for Utica Shelby Swim Club. Carson Ricker, Utica Shelby, lane 5, blasting out here. Charging in lane 7. Jehun Zhang into the wall. They both reach. And it's Carson Ricker from Utica Shelby Swim Club. First in the bonus final heat of men's 200 breaststroke at a 2:23.83. Consolation final in men's 200 breaststroke. Lane 1 for Ohio State University, Tristan Jankovics. 2 for Ohio State University, Nathan Hulte. 3 for Ohio State University, Carl Helmuth. 4 for Club Wolverine, Ansel Frace. 5 for University of Louisville, Aiden Criley. 6 for Indiana Swim Club, Harrison Herrera. 7 for University of Louisville, Luke Schertz. And an 8 for Club Wolverine, Jared Daigle. Turning at the 50 with Herrera out front, lane 6, 31.11, ahead of Frace in lane 4, 31.28. Harrison Herrera, Indiana Swim Club, in lane 6, turns at the 100, 106.04, ahead of Frace in lane 4, 06.42, and Helmuth third in lane 3. .50 meters to go here in the consolation final. Helmuth out front as he turns 141.87 ahead of Criley, lane 5. Carl Helmuth, Ohio State University, in lane 3. Into the wall, he reaches a kick, and the time, 2:17.62. Onto the pool deck now comes the championship final heat in men's 200 breaststroke. Line up here in the championship final of the men's 200 breaststroke. Lane 1 for Indiana Swim Club, Joshua Matheny. Lane 2 for Indiana Swim Club, Maximilian Pilcher. 3 for Indiana Swim Club, Jason Yep. Lane 4 for Indiana Swim Club, Maxwell Reich. Lane 5 for Ohio State University, William Regan. Lane 7 for Jaguar Aquatics, Logan Kelly. Lane 7 for Club Wolverine, Thomas Cope. And in lane 8, representing Sandpipers of Nevada, Cody Miller. Championship final in men's 200 breaststroke. Your top seed, Maxwell Reich, Indiana Swim Club, set a new meet record with it in his preliminary swim this morning, 2:16.19. Jason Yep, lane 3. He was 5th in the 100 breaststroke the other day. Olympian Cody Miller in lane 8. Joshua Matheny, Indiana Swim Club, taking it out, 29.94 with Cody Miller second in lane 8. 100 split this morning in the record swim, 105.80, Joshua Matheny. He turns in a 103.66. Ahead of record pace from this morning, Cody Miller still in second as he turns at the 100, 104.65. And third, Jason Yep in lane 3. Record split this morning, 141.57. Well ahead of that, Joshua Matheny. We got a record swim coming up here in the men's 200 breaststroke. Matheny turns 138.85. Jason Yep in second position in lane 3. Make some noise, get these swimmers home here. Now charging back in lane 3, Jason Yep of Indiana Swim Club as he digs out of the hole. Lane 7, Thomas Copa Club Wolverine. He's had so many strong performances here at the Indy Spring Cup. And Jason Yep with a new meet record in the men's 200 breaststroke, 213.66. Good swimming. Good job, swimmers. We need coaches from the following clubs: Ohio State, Club Wolverine, Utica, Ole, Louisville, and Irish Aquatics to come to the head table. You see coaching representatives from Ohio State, Club Wolverine, Utica, Ole, Louisville, and Irish Aquatic at the head table, please. I think I said Louisville on there. We need Louisville too, if I didn't. Bonus final, now in the women's 100 backstroke. Lane 1 for Waukesha Express, Ella Antonuski. 2 for Aquajets, Avery Ludke. 3 for Dublin Community Swim Team, Elizabeth Grether. 4 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Julie Mishler. 5 for Schrader YMCA, Elena Berlin. 6 for Carmel, Kira Kask. 7 for Aquajets, Elizabeth Baker. And in lane 8 for Carmel Swim Club, Aubrey Simmons. Just down and back on this women's 100 backstroke. Julie Mishler from fast out front, lane 4, 30.41. Had Elena Berlin, lane 5. Schrader YMCA at a 30.95. Need a coaching representative from Jaguar Aquatic. Please come to the head table. Anybody's race as they come in here to the wall in the bonus final, but Elena Berlin touching first in a time of 103.87. Consolation final in women's 100 backstroke. Lane 1 for Kentucky Aquatics, Grace Freericks. 2 for Aquajets, Grace Rubb. 3 for Lakeside Swim Team, Haley McDonald. 4 for University of Louisville, Paige Hetrick. 5 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, JoJo Ramey. 6 for University of Louisville, Ryan Ulett. 7 for Ohio State University, Morgan Krause. And in lane 8 for Irish Aquatics, Madeline Chrisman. At the 50 turn, Paige Hetrick out front, University of Louisville, 29.60 ahead of Haley McDonald, Lakeside in lane 3, 30.08. Paige Hetrick, University of Louisville. Solid swim. She's touches in a time of 101.48. That's better than the Olympic trial cut time of a 101.89. Now bringing out the championship final heat in women's 100 backstroke. In lane 1 for Kentucky Aquatics, Victoria Berger. 2 for Lakeside Swim Team, Charlotte Crush. In 3 for Elmbrook, Margaret Wainsick. 4 for Ohio State University, Amy Fulmer. Lane 5 for Indiana Swim Club, Anna Poplowski. 6 for Carmel Swim Club, Brett Berglund. 7 for Carmel, Alexander Shackle. And in lane 8 for Aquajet Swim Team, Emma Kern. The championship final in women's 100 backstroke. Amy Fulmer with her swim this morning, just 3/10 off her meet record from last year, 100.73. Amy placed first in the 50 freestyle event earlier this evening. She's got a full schedule. Fulmer out in a 29.76 this morning. Let's see where they turn here this evening. And out front is Brett Berglund from Carmel Swim Club in a 29.45. That's going to be ahead of record pace. Brett Berglund in lane 6. Coming in here, the Olympic trial cut, 101.89. The meet record, 100.73. Fulmer comes back at the end. And touching first is Amy Fulmer, breaking her own meet record in a 100.46. And Olympic trial qualifiers here tonight in a women's 100 backstroke. Still looking for coaches from Club Wolverine, Utica, Jaguar Aquatics, and Irish Aquatics. Please come to the head table. Club Wolverine, Utica, Jaguar Aquatics, and Irish Aquatics. We need coaching representatives from those clubs here at the head table. Bonus final in the men's 100 backstroke. Here we go. Lane 1 of this bonus final heat from Rochester Swim Club, Jaden Edmondson. 2 for Lakeside Swim Team, Sawyer Tapp. 3 for Lakeside, Thomas Mercer. 4 for Elmbrook, Stuart Seymour. 5 for Utica Shelby, Olin Sharnstrom. 6 for Indiana Swim Club, David Kovacs. 7 for Irish Aquatics, Elliot Dye. And in lane 8, swimming unattached, Kentucky, Stephen Bailey. Olympic trial cut time in the men's 100 backstroke, 55.69. Over in lane 3, Thomas Mercer, Lakeside Swim Team. With the edge in 5, Olin Sharnstrom of Utica. And hitting the pad first, Thomas Mercer, Lakeside, lane 3, in a 57.41. Consolation final in the men's 100 backstroke. Lane 1 for Moley Swimming, Max Haney. 2 for Club Wolverine, Nicola Assen. 3 for Carmel Swim Club, Griffin Hadley. 4 for Schrader YMCA, Samuel Lorenz. 5 for Ole Swimming, Jack White. 6 for Kentucky Aquatics, Jackson Musler. 7 for University of Louisville, Dalton Lowe. And in lane 8 for Utica Shelby Swim Club, Jack Van Howe. Leading at the 50, out of lane 7, Dalton Lowe, University of Louisville, as he turns into 27.30, ahead of Jack Van Howe, Utica Shelby, lane 8. Consolation final heat. Looks like it's going to go to Dalton Lowe at the University of Louisville, lane 7, as he touches in a time of 57.04. And we now bring out the championship final heat in men's 100 backstroke. Lane 1 for Carmel Swim Club, Sean Sullivan. Lane 2 for Indiana Swim Club, Kai Van Westering. 3 for Indiana Swim Club, Brendan Burns. Lane 4 for Club Wolverine, Wyatt Davis. Lane 5 for Club Wolverine, Jack Wilkinen. 6 for Lakeside Swim Team, John Crush. 7 for Indiana Swim Club, Gavin White. And in lane 8 for University of Louisville, Jackson Ballard in the championship final heat of men's 100 backstroke. Wyatt Davis, Club Wolverine, lane 4, set a new meet record with his preliminary swim this morning of a 55.00. Again, the Olympic trial cut for this event, 55.69. Wyatt Davis turned at the 50 this morning in a time of 26.36. And he is in the lead and quicker than this morning at a 26.28 ahead of Jack Wilkening, his teammate of Club Wolverine. In lane 5, Wyatt Davis bringing it in here. Could be breaking his own meet record from earlier this morning, 55.00. He's on the wall in a new meet record time of 54.62. And Olympic trial cuts out of the championship final heat of the men's 100 backstroke. Bonus final in women's 400 freestyle. Lane 1 for Waukesha Express, Ella Antonuski. Lane 2 for Elmbrook Swim Club, Kennedy Rainwater. 3 for University of Louisville, Paige Kawada. 4 for Dublin Community Swim Team, Elizabeth Grether. 5 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Claire Parsons. 6 swimming unattached Fishers, Addison Carlisle. 7 for the Tigers, Nalini Cortez. And in lane 8 for Barrington Swim Club, Abigail Hill. Paige Kawada at the 100, 101.85 ahead of Claire Parsons, lane 5, 103.11. Paige Kawada at the 200, 208.25. Claire Parsons, second in lane 5, 211.21. Paige Kawada at the 300 this morning was a 3:18.24. Nicely ahead of that this evening as she turns in a 3:15.72. Second position next to Paige is Kennedy Rainwater, lane 2, 3:19.82, and third, Claire Parsons from Fast in lane 5. And a bonus final heat is going to go to Paige Kawada, University of Louisville, in a time of 4:22.81. Consolation final in women's 400 free. Lane 1 for Carmel Swim Club, Aaron Cummins. 2 for Ohio State University, Mia Lachey. 3 for Kentucky Aquatics, Carolyn Benda. 4 for Indiana Swim Club, Ella Ristic. 5 for Carmel, Alexandra Ward. 6 for Ohio State University, Lucy Malis. 7 for Carmel, Alyssa Street. And in lane 8 for Ohio State University, Sana Peterson. Hundred meters into the consolation final heat with Ella Ristic, Indiana Swim Club out front, 102.83. Ahead of Alexander Ward, Carmel Swim Club, lane 5. She turns at the 100 to 103.22. Ristic at the 200, 208.52. Ward at a 208.66. Third, Sana Peterson, Ohio State University, lane 8, at 209.67. Alexander Ward, Carmel Swim Block Club coming to the front here. 300 turn for Ward. 314.90 ahead of Ella Ristic in lane 4. Third, Alyssa Street from Carmel, lane 7. Alexandra Ward from Carmel. Her time this evening, 4:20.14. As now we bring out the championship final heat of the women's 400 freestyle. Lane 1 for Fisher Sherry Swimming Tigers, Kate Mauser. 2 for Indiana Swim Club, Elise Heiser. 3 for Kentucky Aquatics, Megan Drum. 4 for Carmel Swim Club, Lindsey Bowen. 5 for Edina Swim Club, Catherine McCarthy. 6 for Ohio State University, Gwyneth Woodbury. 7 for Ohio State University, Jessica Eden. And in lane 8, swimming unattached Kentucky, Summer Cardwell. The championship final heat of women's 400 free. Your top seed here in lane 4 from Carmel, Lindsey Bowen, set a new meet record. Their preliminary swim, 4:14.09. Lindsey won the 800 free on Wednesday evening, placed 6th earlier this evening in the 200 fly. Lindsey took it out this morning, 1:00:67. And she's ahead of that, 00.20. McCarty's second in lane 5, 101.41. And then Megan Drum. Catherine McCarty placed 3rd in the 800 free. Megan Drum, she was 2nd in the 800 free, 5th in the 200 free here at the Indy Spring Cup. Lindsey Bowen at the 200-meter mark this morning, 2:04.85. And she's going to be ahead of that as she turns in a 2:03.86. Lindsey Bowen ahead of her record pace of this morning. McCarty, 2:06.28. Now in 3rd position, Elise Heiser from Indiana Swim Club. Olympic trial cut in the women's 400 freestyle, 4:15.49. Bowen's time this morning, 4:14.09, ahead of the Olympic trial cut time standard. Other swimmers in this heat this evening just knocking on the door and want to get it home. Bowen at the 300-meter mark this morning, 3:10.51. 3:08.67. Lindsey Bowen well ahead of her record time of this morning. At the 350 turn this morning, Lindsey Bowen, 3:42.78. And she gets it around in a 3:41.37. Let's bring these girls home. Catherine McCarty turns at the 350, 3:43.43. Lindsey Bowen's got that kick going. She's charging down here with half a length to go in the championship final of the women's 400 freestyle. Her record swim this morning, 4:14.09. And Lindsey Bowen, a new meet record this evening, 4:11.97. Catherine McCarty with a swim quicker than the Olympic trial cut time. So congratulations to first and second there. Awesome swims here at the Indy Spring Cup at the IU Natatorium, and we love it. Now the bonus final in men's 400 free. Lane 1 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Luke Parsons. 2 for Utica Shelby Swim Club, Harrison Arnold. 3 for Lakeside Swim Team, Clay Bowman. 4 for Lakeside is Alexander Teesing. Lane 5 for Barrington Swim Club, Ryland Ansel. 6 swimming unattached fast, Connor Carlisle. 7 for West Michigan swimmers, Owen Stevens. And in lane 8 for Carmel Swim Club, Anderson Kopp. Clay Bowman from Lakeside leading the way at the 100, lane 3, 57.78. Ahead of his teammate Alexander Teesing, lane 4, who turned at the 100 in a 57.98. Ryan Anselm now out front in lane 5. Anselm at the 200 this morning, 2:02.76. And he gets around in a 2:00.73. Teesing second in lane 4, 2:00.88. And Bowman third in 3 at a 2:00.89. Anselm turns in a 3:03.91, 3 seconds quicker than this morning. Now Alexander Teesing from Lakeside into the lead as we're coming down to the finish here in the bonus final heat of the men's 400 free. Alexander Teesing touching first out of lane 4, 4:04.63. Consolation final in men's 400 freestyle. Lane 1 for Carmel Swim Club, Greg Enoch. 2 for Club Wolverine, Connor Hunt. 3 for University of Louisville, Dennis Lockdev. 4 for Indiana Swim Club, Jackson Carlisle. 5 for University of Louisville, Ilya Suburtsev. 6 for Club Wolverine, Jack Lucan. 7 for Indiana Swim Club, Tristan DeWitt. And in lane 8 for Carmel Swim Club, Gus Rothrock. Again, the Olympic trial cut time in the men's 400 free, 3:55.59. And we are 100 meters into the consolation final heat of the men's 400 free with Suburtsev for University of Louisville out front, lane 5, 57.71. Ahead of Carlisle in lane 4, 57.82. Suburtsev this morning at the 200, 159.43. And he gets around here at a time of 158.00 ahead of Jackson Carlisle in lane 4 at a 58.64. Suburtsev at the 300 this morning, 259.88. He's ahead of that as he turns at a 258.33. Still Carlisle in second, lane 4. Lockdev third in lane 3. Swimmers, don't forget that if you achieve an Olympic trial cut here at the IU Natatorium during the Indy Spring Cup, stop by the lower admin table. They'll hook you up with special commemorative bag tags. Pretty cool, and can only be earned here at the IU Natatorium. Blasting into the finish, Dennis Lockton, University of Louisville, as he kicks in the afterburners. And the final 50 here, the consolation final heat, Dennis Lockton, University of Louisville, in a new meet record time, 3:56.13 in the consolation final heat. He snuck that in there. Come on, let's make some noise. New meet record of the men's 400 free with one more heat left to go. As we now bring out the championship final heat in men's 400 freestyle. Lane 1 from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Luke Whitlock. Lane 2 for Kentucky Aquatics, Nicholas Caruso. 3 for Dynamo Swim Club, Connor Lemestra. Lane 4 for Ohio State University, Charles Clark. In lane 6 for Carmel Swim Club, Drew Kibler. 7 for Ohio State University, Alex Exxon. And in lane 8 for Ohio State University, Thomas Nevakonis, the championship final heat of the men's 400 free. Lane 5 for Ohio State University, Michael Brenniger. Top seed in this heat, Charles Clark, Ohio State University, set a new meet record with his swim this morning, 3:55.59. Clark was the winner of the 1500 free on Wednesday evening. Next to him in lane 5, Michael Brenniger, who placed second in the 1500 free. Nevakonis out front. Lane 8, 55.57, ahead of Drew Kibler, Carmel Swim Club in lane 6. Nevakonis turning in a 1:55.61. That is quicker than the record pace from this morning by Charles Clark. which is a 1:58.17. So record swim on tap here. Connor Lamastra in lane 3, currently in 3rd position in his championship final heat. Lamastra placed 2nd in the 400 IM and also 2nd in the 200 free earlier this evening. Charles Clark blasting back now at the 300. His record time, 2:58.20, and he's at 2:54.16. At 3:50 this morning, Charles is a 3:28.09, turns at a 3:22.95. Again, the Olympic trial cut time in this event, 3:55.59, quicker than the meet record time. So he knows he's got to bring it home with less than half a length to go. Charles Clark, Ohio State University. He's already got the meet record. He's going to drop it again. But the trial cut time, 3:55.59, and he gets it. A new meet record at an Olympic trial cut time for Charles Clark, 3:51.97. Michael Brenniger swimming faster than the Olympic trial cut time in that heat. So ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our competition for day 3. Timers, thank you very much for performing the role that you do. Thank you to our USA Swimming officials.